So I've been getting a lot of questions lately about college football 25, about a lot of different topics and subjects, which obviously I can't answer all in one video, but I've noticed that a lot of those questions have revolved around TeamBuilder, so I wanted to deep dive into TeamBuilder today and see if we can build a team from scratch. Yeah, we're just going to build it from the ground up. I've already tried out the TeamBuilder several times now, even built my own team that I'm going to use for our dynasty that we're going to have here on the channel. That's going to include you guys. Yes, going to include hashtag ad player, as we call it. So if you want to be involved in that, very soon I'm going to post something in the community section. It's going to give you guys full instructions on how to actually get involved in that. And I'll also pin a comment to this as well and put it in the description of the video. That way you guys know exactly how to get involved. But basically, your players or yourself, whether you want to base it off yourself or a fictional player or off a family member, which I've seen a lot of people do, you can do that, right? So, like I said, I'll give you guys more details on that. But if you're into that type of thing, consider sticking around with us. So consider subscribing, because this community is already absolutely amazing, especially if you love things like Dynasty, Road to Glory, and I might even do a little bit of Ultimate Team content in the future as well. So yeah, like I said, man, if you mess with that type of stuff, consider sticking around and consider leaving the video a like if you learned something today or if you had a good time. But yeah, like I said, what I want to do, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video because I am going to deep dive TeamBuilder top to bottom. I mean, we're going to go through everything. By the end of this, if you don't know how to make a team from scratch, you are going to know how to do it, okay? So we're going to jump right into this thing. Again, not going to make this intro too long-winded because this is going to be a little bit, it's going to be pretty involved. But again, I will be back at the end. I'm going to get rid of the face cam for now because I want you guys to be able to concentrate specifically just on the TeamBuilder screen itself. So as I was saying, as you can see here, we are going to be starting off from scratch, right? So everything here is brand new. You start off in this section here on the EA TeamBuilder. Actually, I'll just go back, here. We'll just discard this one. We won't even use it. I'll go back to the very beginning, and we're going to go to Create, and then that's what it's going to bring us to this screen right here. You could also be on that previous screen where you saw my Jaguars, my Jaguars TeamBuilder. You could hit Add New from that screen as well, and it'll bring you, to the same place. But starting off from scratch, brand new, as you can see. Team name, we're going to do the Firebirds today, like I was saying earlier. Firebirds, boom. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Team name, we'll just call them Pembroke. I don't know. If anybody first person to get that reference gets a shout out in the next video. Pembroke, Firebirds. And again, this is straight up from scratch. So as you can see, the very next thing we're going to go to here is, and it changes everything up here for us. Don't worry about Stadium or Playbook yet or any of that. We'll get to that in a little bit. But we can collapse school info. Boom, we get the logos. Now, you might be asking yourself, like, where are we going to get some logos? And of course, you could use some of these generic logos, all that. When you hit the plus sign, you get a lot more options. And most of it is the stuff that you would have seen in Madden in previous years. But we don't want that, right? We don't want that. We're going to go to My Uploads. And we're going to do a custom. We're going to do it custom with this. Now, you might be asking yourself, where are we going to get some logos? Well, that is a very good question. I already created some stuff in Photoshop here for us. I found this image online, and we're just going to take this, and I'm going to show you guys how you can make this into a fire team, just for, excuse the pun, just, from finding, something you find online. As long as it's not a copywritten image, which this was not, you can use it with no problem. So we got this Firebirds logo here, and you'll see why I left the background with it. And then also I've isolated the bird as well. I've made a version with the stroke, and then I have a version without it, as you can see. So, boom, there you go. We've got those three. That's what we're going to start off with for now. I also have the Big 12 logo, just to show you guys, because I've gotten that question a couple times. Can you actually add your conference logos, or are they already there on the field? They're not going to be there by default from what I've seen so far, unless they, add that at some point. But by default so far, I haven't seen them there. So again, but then again, I don't know if I've tried, to be in one of the Power 5 conferences. So that could be part of it as well. But yeah, I'm just going to show you guys that you can add the Big 12 logo, or any logo for that matter, and you can put it on your field if you so choose. So we're going to go to the plus sign here, and I've already saved these to my desktop. As you can see, I've got Firebirds outline. If I just hit space, pops up for us. I've got Fire Helmet, and then I've got Firebirds main. So we'll just start off by, boom, bringing in the main one. We'll make that our main logo, our primary. right? And you're going to see in a second why it's so important, for these logos to actually have the proper colors as well. You're going to want these to have the colors that you're going to want for your team. It doesn't have to be that way, but it's going to make it a lot easier on you. You'll see why. And then we'll go to Firebirds outlined, and we'll just make that the secondary for now. Tertiary logo, again, there's just so many things you could do with this. And as a matter of fact, since I haven't made it yet, I'll just show you guys right now a good way real quick. If you just come in here and if you're in Photoshop or wherever you're at, you could even just do this online. I'm just going to make something that says Firebirds in a college-looking font. This is actually called Baseball Club Solid. To me, this looks very, college-like. It looks very college sports, college football-like. Yeah, I like that. I think that's fine. That's good right there. And you can get way more in-depth with this. You can go a lot further with it if you want to. We'll just hit Save a Copy, like I was saying before, and we'll call this Firebirds font. Most important thing when you have an alpha channel in the background is to make it a portable network graphic. Make it a PNG. Boom. Done. Now, first things first. This is what we want to use for the primary logo, right? So since, you could use the one with the outline, but I'm just going to use that as a secondary for now. We're going to hit Apply down here. As you can see, I hit Apply down here. And then secondary logo. Boom. You just hit the plus sign here. We're going to go to My Uploads. And then for the secondary logo, I'm going to use the outlined logo. And that's going to put that there. Okay. You're going to hit Apply on that one. Then for the tertiary logo, boom. We're going to hit My Uploads. Now, as you can see, we don't have a third logo, but we get 10 logos to upload here. 10 customs. So we're going to put Firebirds in there. Upload that. And even though might not be using it as the tertiary, we can also upload our Pembroke one. Anytime you are in a screen where it's showing, giving you the ability to choose a logo, you can also upload a logo unless you've got 10 of 10 already. Once you've got 10, can't upload anymore without deleting one. Now, if you're wondering how you might delete one, right here, you're going to see this, Manage My Files. Manage My Files. You can select one. If you select it, boom, you can come down here to this trash can icon and delete it. We don't want to do, we don't want to do that right now, but we could do that if we wanted to. So we'll hit Apply, and that is perfectly fine. Now, you can also select your fonts and your numbers. We'll get to that in a second. Colors. This is going to be a big one. Now, you could choose your primary, secondary, and tertiary, but what I like to do is go like this, right? Over here, it's going to show you your team colors. If we select it from the primary logo, it is going to give us, as you can see, these 3 little bubbles here. So, like, if we wanted it to be red, orange, and black, we just put the bubbles right there. So, as you can see, primary would be black. Now, say if we wanted the primary, let's just say we wanted the primary orange, right? And then the tertiary will be black. You can change this around as you see fit. I will make the secondary, I'll make the secondary black, and I will make the tertiary red. So, yeah, I like that. I like the idea of that. And then as soon as you hit Apply, boom. Over here, it's going to update, and it's even going to update the way, your coloring looks all the way across the board. So, there you go. And then now, when we go through and we start adding things to our uniforms and such, these are going to be the colors that it's going to give us access to, which is also very, very cool. So, yeah, we got that now out of the way. Logos, of course, we've already put the logos in, and now we have our colors as well. Now, apparel brand, you're going to get 3 options. As you can see over here, it's got Nike chose for us by default, but we can choose anything we want. I chose Nike for the Jaguars. I'll do Under Armour this time. I know a lot of people are going to want something different. We'll do Under Armour. I think it's pretty cool to, to just try something different. Now, as far as like a nameplate font and a numbers font, we can choose that here, but to be perfectly honest with you, we're probably better off waiting until we're actually in the uniforms and all that to choose it. However, I've seen what it looks like. I know what I'm going to want probably, so I'll choose it here anyway. Whatever you like the most, that's what you should choose. Now, we've got our brand all set. Boom. We're the Pembroke Firebirds from Wilmington, North Carolina. By the way, I'm going to upload this for everybody to use if you guys want to use it and go in, edit it, use the logos, whatever you want to do. By all means, try it out. Now, as soon as we hit uniforms, we not only have our home and away, but we've got this little plus sign. We can also add either a brand new one as an alternate, or we can duplicate our home or away. I'll show you guys how to do that later. But we're going to start off with the home jerseys. And as you can see, it's going to start off by giving us our helmet. And boom, if you just click on your mouse right here and drag this thing around, you can actually see a full 360-degree view of this helmet. If you scroll in or out, you could do the same thing, right? Same thing. You're just going to scroll in or out on your mouse. Whether you have, if you have like the Apple mouse, you're just going to, it's just touch, just like the touchpad. If you have a, one of the mouse with the wheels, just use the wheel. And if you have a, if you're using a laptop, I believe, whatever your laptop uses, I think it would be like just press it with 2 fingers and go up and down. I don't know. Pause. I'm sorry. All right, look. Anyway, we're all mature here. We're going to keep going. Base color. That's not going to matter, and I'm going to show you guys why in a minute. Now, if you want to get rid of this EA, right, get rid of that. Go right away to custom layers. First thing you're going to see is that the EA logo is going to be there. All you have to do is you can either hit the trash can and get rid of it and add a custom layer, or you can edit it. I'm going to get rid of it for now. It says it recommends the size to be 160 by 160. We don't do recommended stuff here. We don't do that. We are going to add, because obviously it's going to give us the primary logo right off the bat. We're going to add our helmet logo in here now at this point. And boom. Now, right off the bat, when it adds it in and it pops up, you're going to see it's not going to look very good. Obviously, it just that looks crazy, right? I'm going to show you exactly why I did this, okay? I absolutely love the way that this looks when it's all said and done. Now, I'm going to scale this thing up all the way until it fills the entire helmet. I'm going to go up a little bit to about right there. And boom. Now, this is where it's really going to set it off. If we go to glossy, that to me looks crazy, right? But you can also do satin, which also looks crazy. It almost gives it like a bronze type look, which I love. But this is the one you guys are going to want. So this is what I'm doing, bro. I'm going with chrome. I know that's what you guys are going to want. I at least think that's what you guys are going to want. The chrome helmets in college football are absolutely ridiculous. They're just fire. They're fire. And we are the Firebirds. So we got to bring that heat, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, as you can see, that is what it's going to look like. There's a nice gradient effect on the helmet. It's kind of like that bronze orange type look. But again, you guys can come in here and edit this and make it look however you want it. You could even make the matte helmet. I don't like the matte helmet very much. Actually, to be perfectly honest with you, my favorite is the glossy. You know what? I will actually keep it with the glossy for now. If you guys do want to come in here with the chrome, you could do it. But I don't know what it is, but I really love this glossy look. If you really wanted to, you could just add a custom layer, use the bird itself, and then scale it up till it just covers the bird that's underneath. I don't know how this is going to go, so I'm kind of testing this here. Let's just see. And then if we go to chrome, let's just see if it works. It does. Boom. So there you go. That's how you can do that. That's how I'll rock with it, right? I don't know. I love how that looks. So that's another way you could do it. And then boom, we apply that, and we are rocking, boys. We are rocking. We're ready to go. Now, next thing is, with the way I have the helmet set up, because I have the logo actually covering the base helmet itself, this one won't take a stripe. If you wanted a stripe in it, there is a way you could add that in. It would be very, very, because I mean, obviously you're taking a flat Photoshop, image, and then you're wrapping it in 3D around a, round helmet. So there is ways you can do it, but if you wanted it to be like a straight stripe, you'd have to get real crazy with your angles, but it would work. You could get it to work, and I'll show you guys how we can actually do it on the the away helmet to make it so that it doesn't look like this. I'll show you the stripes on the away helmet. But now we're going to go to numbers. If we wanted to add numbers to the back here, which would look actually pretty cool, we can actually choose our font style, and then we will go with our color. We'll just choose orange and see how that looks for now, and then we'll put it on the back. Now, if you go down here to advanced placement, right? Advanced placement is going to allow you to then scale the numbers up, move them left and right. Right now, it doesn't look very centered, but I can assure you it is. It's just that we were looking at it from an angle that made it look like it wasn't. You can move it up and down if you want to. If you didn't think it was centered, you could move it left and right. We can apply this, and we can change the color. We could make it, let's see. Why did it go to that? Oh, okay. Yeah, so there you go. This is the primary color, and then, of course, you've got the outline color here. So if you wanted, both to be the same, you can make them both the same. That way it just looks like a bulkier version of the 88. Or if, say, you wanted it to be, red on the, or let's just say you want it to be a black number with a red outline. you could do that as well. Now, another cool thing is you can change the way that this is. You can make it matte, you can make it satin, or you can make it chrome. Chrome kind of stands out since we got the chrome logo. We'll make this chrome, and we will make the outline orange, and we'll make the numbers red. I think that that's actually kind of fire. I like that. We'll rock with that for now. And, you know, and position-wise, you could put it on the front if you wanted. So, boom, it's on the front. And you could put it on the left or the right. Right now, I won't do that because we got a logo on both sides, and we have it mirrored. As you can see, if I didn't have it mirrored, the chrome would only show up on one side because, you know, I overlaid this, the Firebird, you know, on one side, but it copied it to both sides. But we'll just keep it on the back for now. I will show you real quick. If you did put it on the left, it would be there. And we, you know, there are ways we could make it so that there is a, you know, a logo on one side and a number on the other. And I'll show you that on the away helmets. But for now, we will just keep it on the back, and boom, it goes right back to where I had it, and we're good to go. Now, accessories. This is where we're going to go through our face mask, our chin strap, the cup of the chin strap, the bumpers, all that stuff, right? And you can even put images on the bumpers and all that, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do that. Now, for the face mask, we'll just stick with black, but if you guys want, we'll go with the chrome. You know, the chrome, you can't really see it right now, but the chrome, it looks fire when you're in game. And I will show this in game, by the way. Yeah, so we'll go with, we'll keep it black, we'll make it chrome. The strap color, we'll go with black as well. We might even go with like a grayish, actually, like a grayish black. The cup, I think, is fine as white. I don't have a problem with the strap being black and the chin cup being white. And then the front bumper, also no problem with that staying as white, but I don't want that EA logo on there. Same with the back bumper, which will be down here. The back bumper, we can leave that. No, you know what? We'll make that, the back bumper we'll make black. Because I don't know why. Or maybe, I don't know. Like, what looks good? What looks good? I don't know. Like, gray looks fine. Now, one of the things I like to do with this is I like to change the logo up. I have the Nike logos right now that I have saved. I don't have any Under Armour ones, but I could grab an Under Armour one real quick. Actually, I will do that. I'll just cut this part out. I'm going to grab an Under Armour one so I can show you exactly what that looks like. All right, boom. So I grabbed us an Under Armour logo. It's going to give you that warning, of course, before you upload anything, just telling you, like, you know, don't use anything that you shouldn't use. But Under Armour is already in the game. Nike's in the game. Adidas, you can add these. It's not a big deal, right? Because they're already in the game. There's already licensing and all that. So we add that, and boom, the Under Armour is now on the front bumper. We can also change the way that it looks. We can change the size of it. We change everything. So we were going to go to advanced placement for the front bumper, and we can scale it up. I think that looks good, actually. A little bit bigger. Boom. Just let everybody know, but bro, let them know. We are Under Armour, baby. We must protect this house. So back bumper, do the same thing. We're just going to go into our images, my uploads. You'll see existing is just all the default stuff that EA has. My uploads is the custom stuff that we've uploaded, and boom, we've got the Under Armour on the back there as well. So looks really good, man. We're gonna hit apply. Make sure you hit apply for everything. If you backed out and you see something reverts back, it's probably because you didn't hit apply. So all you gotta do is go in again and you know, apply it. But for that, looks like the helmet is pretty much done, my boys. Like, the helmet is looking good. If we collapse all this stuff just to make sure that we did not miss anything, we got the numbers, we got the custom layers, we messed with the accessories, all that is good. Yeah, we are good. Now we can move on to the jerseys. The jerseys, obviously going to start off very, very generic, but we are going to change that in a hurry. So we will stick with the black. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to go with like a almost like a bronze type color for our jerseys. So let me see if I can find that color in the presets somewhere, because I'm sure I can. If you hit presets, by the way, it's going to give you all of the different colleges, all the different D1 schools, you know, and their colors. And I'm sure I can find something that that we'll like in these presets. Let me just go through. All right, so I did go through, and I was looking for, you know, something that I liked. I couldn't find anything, but this works. I mean, if you guys want to copy this, the hex number is 834E as an echo, 2A as an alpha. And you can use that. So we're going to hit apply, and boom, we've got that, you know, kind of that burnt orange look that I was looking for. And now, as far as the jersey stitch, you can change all this, whether, you know, and this is all going to depend on whether or not you're Nike, Under Armour, Adidas. This is all going to be different. I think there's only like 3 options for Nike, but Under Armour's actually got more stitching options, as you can see here, which is actually pretty cool. But you can go through these, whichever one you like best, you can use. And, you know, I think that one's pretty dope, so we'll use that. It's just, you know, we're just testing things out here. Now, right off the bat, you're going to see these EA logos on the sleeves here. We obviously don't want that. first thing we can do is go down to custom layers, and we can do one of two things. We can either edit that and put our own logo there, or we could just get rid of it entirely if we wanted to. Let's just see what the Firebird looks like on there. Honestly, if I was really going to spend some time on this, I would probably put an outlined version of the Firebird without all the colors in it. But what I think I'm going to do though is I'm going to simply just not use anything over here. I don't like any of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit cancel, and then we are just going to go to the trash can, and boom, we're going to delete it. We're going to get rid of it entirely. So next thing, we can actually go and put a design on the sleeves. That's another part. That's why I wanted to delete that logo, because I don't like it as much as we're going to like this. So we got all of these different sleeve design options, right? Which is really cool. And we can change the colors of these. Some are going to be 2 colors. Some are going to be 3. Some are even going to be more, because if we go in and view all, you can actually see there are a lot of options here for the sleeves. I think actually 3 might be the most. Those first ones that I saw are the ones that I'm liking the most. Where was it? This right here is actually pretty dope. If we change that to black, let's see. Yeah, bro. That's actually fire. I'm not going to hold you. That is fire. I like that. I like that. And again, this is all preference. This is all based on your preference. Let me get the numbers. I know I'm skipping ahead here, but if you go down, you can change the nameplate and the numbers as well. You know, all the things you can change. The design from the base color, the brand logo color, which I made black, but you can make that any color. You can make this red if you wanted it to be. You can make it orange if you wanted it. You know, that creamsicle is kind of fire. And yeah, all that stuff. There are no jersey designs, you know, for Under Armour, but they might add that type of stuff later. Sleeve design is there, color of the sleeve design, the cuff design. So like under here, say if we wanted to put a stripe around there, we could do that. You know, what if we made that black? That's actually kind of nice. Just to show it off, I'm going to do it. Nameplate. That's back here. Boom. So we can choose our font for the nameplate. So let's go in and actually choose that. I like that better. That's actually, I really like that as a matter of fact. I think black looks good. And to be honest, I don't hate the white numbers. But let's see. Let's just see real quick. Bro, hold up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why. This is not normally my style, but I like it. Now, first things first. The nameplate is covering part of the numbers. Easy fix, right? So, as you can see, we've got character spacing. We could space the numbers out if we wanted to. I don't want to do that. I'm going to leave the numbers glossy as well, but you'll see here if I go to matte, it'll change to matte, satin. You can even make them chrome. I mean, literally, you can make them chrome if you wanted to. But I'm going to stick with glossy, just like kind of traditional. And as far as the position on the back, you're going to see for the front, back, all that, you're going to have these little things down here, these little links that say advanced placement. We are going to go down or up. We're going to go down. Boom. And you could scale these if you wanted to. Make them smaller, make them larger, all that stuff. But I'm going to just, I'm going to kind of leave them where they were, which was at like 1.98. Yeah, perfect. So, but I wanted to move them down so the nameplate wasn't covering them up. I actually like the way that these jerseys look, to be honest with you. And then, yeah, so honestly, they are done. But again, you could add custom layers to this as well. So like, let's say we wanted to add the little Firebird right here, right? We can do that. Obviously, the numbers are covered up, but a lot of teams will put it like right below, they're right on the collar here. We could even put Pembroke there. Actually doesn't look too bad. It's kind of crooked. I don't know why. It's not rotated, but yeah, I literally got to rotate it to make it look good. But yeah, that looks fine, but let's scale it up a little bit. Yeah, we'll rock with that. I would, if I was really wanting to get crazy with this, I'd probably go in and change this to the creamsicle orange, because that seems to be the theme we're rocking with right now. But I'll leave it for now. And I'll just go with we'll just go with the Pembroke. Pembroke looks good. We'll leave it. We're good. So now we got all of that. This is also everything in this game, bro. You can change your reflectiveness. If we wanted that Pembroke to be chrome, like literally, I will make it chrome so you guys can see. Like, yeah, boom, apply that, and we're good. So you're gonna make sure you hit apply for everything. If I was to just back out of this and didn't hit apply, that would just disappear. Now, the numbers up here, you can change as well. You can even get rid of them if you wanted them to. So position 3, position 1 is obviously the front numbers. Position 2 is the back numbers. Position 3 is going to be those up there. And we could get rid of those. Like if we hit none, boom, gone. But I actually do kind of like them. So position 3, You could put them on the sleeves as well, but obviously I don't like that. So we're going to keep it on the shoulders, and we're going to leave it as glossy. And you could put it on the sleeves too. That's kind of busy in my opinion, but you could get rid of the stripes and put numbers there. You know, anything you want to do, that's the point here. Anything that you want to do, you can do in this team builder. And like, it's so, I just love this thing. Absolutely love it. Now, we can even go in and preview this uniform if you go up here to the top right. And it is, bro, it is already looking kind of fire in my opinion. I'm not going to lie, boys. It is, I don't know. I just like this. I really do. And again, I would probably take a lot more time on this if this was going to be my actual like dynasty team. I'd like match up the orange to the helmet a little better, because as you can see, it's a little more, it's not as saturated as the helmet is. It's a little more dull. It's a little more desaturated than the helmet. But just for the purposes of showing you guys how to do this, I'll leave it so that we don't spend too much time on it. So now we're going to go to the pants. First things first, go to your custom layers, get rid of the EA logo. Actually, I'll even just go in and edit this one, and I do want to put the Firebird on the pants. I think that the logo on the pants is actually kind of hot. I like it. We are also going to leave the pants black, but if you wanted to, we'll go ahead and hit apply here. If you wanted to, though, base color right here. You could make them orange, you can make them black, you can make them red. You could even make them a custom color. You go to gray. We could hit this plus sign over here. I didn't even show you guys this yet, but you could literally change the hue, and you could make this any color. If you saturate it, boom, as you can see. Or you could drag this around. Anything you want, boys. Anything you want to do, it's going to be here at your disposal. But we're going to leave them black. It won't even be like fully black. They'll be like almost all the way black. There you go. Bang. Love it. Absolutely love it. We've got our branding logo there already. We hit apply. Brand logo, you could change that as well. So if we wanted that to be like that creamsicle orange, which, not even going to lie, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. So we're going to leave it, actually. We are going to leave it. We got the black up on the jersey. We'll have the creamsicle down here on the pants. I love it. You can change the base pants, like, you know, where the logo is and all that type of stuff. I haven't really seen any, you know, much of a difference, but we'll go with this one, which is Conquer with Panel is what it's called. So that's what we'll go with. But anyway, pants design. You can add stripes, side stripes to your pants. So if you wanted to, you know, anything from basic all the way up to, you know, crazy Morse code looking stuff like that, you know, or the diamonds, or, you know, the arrows, all this stuff. You can put this here. I will put a stripe on the side just to show you guys what it actually looks like in game. And that stripe is not terrible, to be honest. It's not great. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Let me just see. This stripe is actually kind of fire as well. Yeah, you know what? We'll rock with that. It doesn't really even fit for Firebirds, but we're still going to rock with it. I just like it. It's cleaner to me. So we'll go with that. And you can even add more, you know, custom layers to this. If you wanted to add more logos to your pants. I mean, everything. Now we'll go to the socks. As you can see, base color. We can change this. The creamsicle, this is where you might want to preview. So if we change the base color to the creamsicle, right? What is it going to look like in the preview? Again, top right up here, click preview. We might actually just want to go with this color right here. Bang. It's already there for us. Yeah, it saves. I'll save. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And honestly, I got to go with that for the pants too. Don't think I have a choice because the pants now look out of place. Color. Boom. Bang. I like it. Let's see. Yeah. That's working. That's working for me. But again, with the socks, you can literally change the undersock color, which I'm not going to do. But I will show you like what it would look like if you did do that. If you went with that creamsicle, or you went with the brown just to make it like uniform. I think that I do want to stick with the black, but let me just see what it would look like if I made it like... Yeah, no. I like the black. Well, I'll show you guys the creamsicle look. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling that. Black is perfect. Black, it just works. It's just cleaner. It looks good. You know, and you will notice that your brand color, you have to hit that here. Like, if you have to choose the color for it, but it's not going to show up for some reason in the team builder. I don't know if that's like a slight glitch, but I noticed with my Nike ones, they stayed white, even though I changed them to black for my Jaguars team. But when in game, they showed up black, so everything was fine. So yeah, we're good. Got everything for our home uniform at this point. So if we go to preview it, that is our final result, my boys. And I really love the way it looks. And now that I'm looking at it, actually, the chrome, I want the chrome to be black. I don't know why it changed, or if it even changed to begin with, but real quick, I'll change that. Yep, so the face mask color, it did change for some reason, but no big deal. I changed it back. Now we can go to preview it, and there is what it should look like. Yeah, that's hard. I'm not gonna lie, boy. Like this looks really good in my opinion. And it's gonna and what's funny is that it cannot hold a candle to what it looks like in game. That's the crazy part. Wait till we see it in the game. So first things first, we should have been doing this all the whole time. But save every step of the way just so you don't lose anything. We'll save it. It'll upload the images and it'll tell you that your team has been saved successfully in a second here. Right there, yeah, boom. Team successfully saved, and we're good. So next, we are going to go to the away real quick, and all I'm going to concentrate on here is the helmet. How you can put the numbers on one side and the logo on the other. So we will just stick with the white helmet for now because we're not going to do too much, nothing too crazy with this. But we'll go to custom layers, and we will get rid of the EA logo, add a custom layer, and boom, that is the logo we want this time. But what we're going to do, back out a little bit, and we are going to scale it up. And it won't look that pixelated, for the final result after we apply it. Scale it up. We're going to go up with it and make it a little bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger. And boom. There we go. Now, first things first. We do not want to mirror this to the other side. I'm going to show you how you do that, right? So, we are actually going to say we just want it on the right side. So, if we click up here for placement, you're going to have mirrored. You're going to have duplicate, left, right, back, all that stuff. Now, mirrored is the one that you're going to want if you want them both facing the same way. Duplicate is going to have them facing, it's going to be like that. Literally going to be a duplicate, and the logo is going to be facing the way that it would if you had just imported it in normally on that side. We'll go with Chrome again. I don't know. I love the Chrome, bro. I really do. And, yeah, we'll hit apply here. Leave it like that. And now on the other side, numbers. If you go down here to numbers, that's where this comes into play. So, we already know what it's like to put the numbers on the helmet, but this time we are going to position it on the left. Position 1, left, and boom. There are your numbers. Now, do we do Chrome here as well? I think so, right? Yeah, we just go to Chrome on both sides. You guys will see what it looks like in-game. It's actually pretty hot. So, we'll keep the black coloring, but we will go with the Chrome. And let's see. Let's just make sure we got the color selected so it doesn't change it up on us. Got that. Color 2. Oh, yeah. I like that better. So you actually got 2 outlines because of the font we chose. That's right. I keep forgetting that. So, yeah, I really, really like that. Like, the double orange outline is actually fine in my book. I like it. And then, yeah, and we're good. We are good. We can also change the accessories. I will change the face mask so you guys can see what it would look like if it was, full white. We just go into this and go right up here. And I really like the way that looks. Those color rush uniforms in the NFL when they had the full white, they looked really, really nice to me. But this is how it would look if you had, say, a different logo on both sides, which you could do, a number on one side and a logo on the other side, or you could put the numbers on both sides and get that classic look. But yeah, we're gonna just rock with it like that for now. I just wanted to show you guys how you could do that if you wanted to. Next, we're gonna move to the stadium. So now, one of my favorite things in this team builder and in this game is how you can do the stadiums, because, bro, you can literally choose your architecture. I mean, you can use any stadium in the game and model your stadium after that. I literally used Ohio State Stadium for mine, which is kind of crazy. I know, no one would have Ohio State's type of stadium because it's so unique. But I did it anyway because why not, right? I'll probably change it when I start the dynasty, but as you can see, man, you can literally do any team's stadium that you want as your architecture. This is kind of classic to me, so I think we are going to go with the Minnesota Stadium. We'll go with that one for now. Now, crowd is going to be the very first thing you'll see, which I love. You can literally put in your crowd color. And for me, for my money, I think that the bronze and creamsicle is going to look the best. And you can balance it, right? So if you don't want it to be too bright, you can literally balance it out so more people are wearing that darker, brown or bronze color. And I will do that, actually. For the surface, I'm going to leave it for now, but just to show you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are going to want to change your field. If you go to turf and then change the color, I mean, bro, there's so much you could do here. You could go the Boise route, you know what I mean? The Boise State route, where you just go with look at that. It's crazy. And ignore the end zones because we can customize those momentarily. But as you can see, there's presets that you can use, and that's just going to give you all the different colors for all the different schools. all that type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, you could literally make the creamsicle field for this if you wanted to for the Firebirds, which would be crazy. But we're just going to go with the, we're going to go with the grass on this one, the natural, and we'll go back to that. Yeah, I think that's fine for the surface. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to add the logos. Obviously, it's going to start off with the custom EA, logo on there. But we, for the midfield, are going to use we're going to go to My Uploads. Now, you could do your typeface as well. And, of course, we can edit the size of this and all that. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. But I think I'm going to go with the Firebird. I like that. Now, where these EA logos are, that is where we would put, like, the Big 12 logos and stuff like that. And I'll show you exactly how to do that in just a second. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and import the Big 12 logo. Boom. So there you go. We got the Big 12 logo imported. And there we are. So we're going to go back, though, to our Firebird. And, yeah, we are good to go there. Now, the first thing I want to do, though, is, again, I want to resize this. I want this bigger. So we're going to go to Advanced Placement. And we are going to scale this up. Scale it up to be, yeah, we want people to know that they are in Firebird Stadium, baby. I don't know what we're going to call it yet, but yeah, we want them to know where they're at. So, boom, we're going to make it a little bigger, and you could even rotate that if you wanted to. Just, I mean, you got unlimited customization. You can even literally unlock the X and Y scale. If you look right here, this little thing, if we unlocked it, I could literally start scaling it without proportions, without a 1-to-1 proportion. And again, if I didn't hit apply here and just hit cancel, boom, it goes right back to the way it was. Add custom layers. And then this one, we can actually have a custom placement, right? So left end zone if we wanted, right end zone if we wanted. But if we went to custom here, we can move this anywhere on the field. So let's say you wanted to use the Big 12 logo. We will rotate it to right at about 90. And actually, I could just change this value to 90. And boom, there it is. Now if we go down, now because we rotated it, down is going to be left and right. Left and right is going to be up and down. So we're going to go down. And then, of course, we want to scale it down. So, just to show you guys, this is the type of control you're going to have. So, we got that where we want it to be now. Now, another thing that we want to do is we want to go hit custom layer again. But this time, I'm going to put the Pembroke logo, and I'm going to show you why. Because we're going to hit left end zone, and boom. Now, first thing, let me just apply this real fast. We'll edit it in a second. But what I would like to do is I would like to go to end zones real quick. And we're just going to get rid of those lines, right? We're just going to hit none up here, and boom. That's going to get rid of those lines. It's just going to be our field color in the back. Now, what we could do if we wanted to is we could put a solid color, and I'll show you how. This solid red right here, it will be red, but we can change the color to any color we want. The paisley is kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. But we can change it to any color we want, right? So if we wanted it to be black, we could make it black. If we wanted it to be the creamsicle, we could make it that. You know what I mean? Any color we want. I actually like the idea, though, of going with this, this brown bronze color that we've got. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know. It doesn't look great on the field. We will just go with none for now. We'll just go with none. We'll just have the grass in the background. Now, we go back to logos, right? And obviously, you could do this in any order you want. Any order that you see fit. But we're going to go back and hit this little pencil right here and edit this, okay? Now, obviously, what I want to do is scale this up. I want this to be big. I mean, I want this to cover like the entire... I want it to be like Michigan, cover the whole end zone. And another thing I want to do, as you'll see in a second, I'm going to hit apply. I want to add another custom layer here. And then I'm going to do the Firebirds logo. We're going to flip this by rotating it to 180. So, obviously, we want it to be exact 180. So, I'll just type that in. And boom. Now... we're going to say that we want this in the right end zone, right? Click right end zone right there. And then we scale this up to kind of match the other side, right? So there you have it, man. Pembroke Firebirds. And then that is our field. Obviously, I could add the other Big 12 logo over there, but that's just kind of to show you that you can, add the conference logos should you want to do that. So, let's save. Now, we got it saved. Now, I do want to show you guys other things you could do with the field here, right? Obviously, I showed you guys what you could do with the end zones. We wanted a custom end zone, but, I mean, you could put the checkerboard in the end zone. You could put the lines. You could put barbed wire. I mean, there are so many options that you have at your disposal here. It's kind of insane, to be honest. Like, you saw the paisley that I put up there by accident earlier. You could even put, like, mountains in your end zone. You could put this honeycomb pattern. Like, so much stuff. The camouflage is crazy. I think there's, people are going to love that. So there's just so many things you could do. Numbers. The numbers are another thing that you can edit, which I think is really, really cool. We could go here and we can not only edit the numbers, but we could even change the font style of the numbers, right? So like, we've got several different styles. Scotch is varsity. I actually like the varsity numbers, but they do have the outline. Keep that in mind. So the EA Sans, perfect, fine by me. We'll go with that. And you could even change the number position. You could either make it where the pros have them or where college. Obviously, you're going to probably want to keep this to college, unless you're making a pro stadium, of course. But number frequency, you can have it every 5. We do see that in college at times, where a team has literally every 5 yards, they have the numbers. But we'll keep it at every 10. Arrow position. This just means where the arrow is next to each number. So if you want it in the center, you can see, I'll zoom in on that so you can see that. If you want it at the bottom, you can have it there too. I'll center it. Center it's fine. I think that's perfectly fine. And then also, fill color. If we change it to creamsicle, we can have that. You could change it to black. You literally, unlimited for your customization options with this. It's just, you could even have an outline if you wanted to. And, and it looks great. It really does. Everything that you can do with this just looks fantastic. And I love what they've done. I really, really do. Field lines. You can even change the color of the lines on the field, my boys. Literally, what you can do with this is and it even changes the hash marks. Like, it even goes that far. 20-yard line. That means you can literally make a custom 20-yard line mark, where you see with a lot of schools. You can make it one color, you can make it 2. I'll make it 2 colors just to show you guys. We'll have the orange and we'll have black, right? I think that looks great. So both 20-yard lines will have that. The 50 will make 1 color, and we will make it, let's see, we'll make it red. We'll make it red. Boom. So now the sidelines. Show you guys this real quick. This is actually crazy. You can have colors around your sidelines, and you can have different styles as well, as you can see. And it's going to use your team colors too, which is really, really cool. I love that. You can have like this little design, stripes, all this type of stuff. I'm kind of, I kind of like this one, and I like this one. These are the 2 that I like the most. So we'll go with that just so you guys can see it. And the benches. You can have the benches. You can have the borders look different. All this type of stuff. And change it however you see fit. The lines around the benches and the borders around them and all that. But I don't know that we need this too much. But you could use it if you wanted to. I'll just put, a regular orange for now. And that's obviously just the benches on our sideline, right? Some people, I think, had it in their mind that was actually going to be like the color of their stands. No, that's just the benches on the sidelines. And last but not least, now that we've got the stadium all saved, we will go to program. And what I love the most about this is just the customization you have at your disposal here. Obviously, you could change your entire playbook. You can make it any playbook in the entire game, or you can go custom. You go air raid, multiple option, pistol, power, spread, pro style, run and shoot, spread option, spread, veer and shoot, anything that you want. We'll go with spread option, let's just say, for this one. Defensive playbook, same thing. I'll go with multiple here. I like that. And then the roster. This is what I love the most. You can literally fashion your roster to match your team, right? So, like, let's say if we were spread option, we would go with a spread roster. Now, I think a lot of people are going to want to start off with maybe like average Joes, or maybe like a cupcake roster to give them that challenge. And, it will be a challenge. Trust me when I tell you. But one of the things you could do, you could make a cupcake roster, but give yourself, start off with, say, a really good quarterback, right? Let's say we take Xavier here. Now, as you can see, we can customize almost everything about Xavier, from his height, his weight, the year he's in, what hand he uses, what number he uses, all that stuff, right? But one of the things you'll see that we cannot customize is his name. I want to assure you guys, you can change his name once he is imported into the game. I've seen this question come up so much, and I've even seen misinformation from people, posting videos online saying, why can't I change the names? Listen, if it's an NIL player, you can't change it. You can't change much of anything about those players. These guys, you can do it, bro. Okay? Just please understand me, and I'm going to show you that you can do it. You can, all right? So, he's Xavier Jarvis now, but he could literally be Steve Reed later if I wanted him to be. I can make him my name if I wanted. So, yeah, that is, that's another thing. Change his skin tone, his head. This is where you're going to see all these options, right? All of this stuff is here. And, and like each skin tone has different, head styles. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I got to tell you, like, the EA And you know they're going to add to this. That's the best part of it. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg, my boys. Like, they are going to add to this. And I love everything about it for now. We'll go with that guy. Yeah, so now you can see he's completely different now. But yeah, we could even make him a true freshman if we wanted to. So yeah, he's number 1. I even made him 6'2". You can make it, dude. You can make him 6'8" if you wanted to. He could be 6'8", 160 pounds, which would be ridiculous, but you could do it. Literally, you could do it. And again, I'm doing it for the quarterback. This is your whole roster, my boys. Look at this. Everybody on your roster is going to be here on the left. You could spend more time than I even care to admit, like, honestly, because I've spent a lot of time on the roster that I'm going to be using for #add players for the channel. And by the way, if you, like I said earlier, if you're not subscribed, stick around, because I'm going to be putting all of you guys into the game, as many as I can, because just in the Discord alone, I've already got like 50 #add players, and that's just from the Discord, mind you. That is literally from like a couple hundred, like 130 guys that have just, all very passionate about the channel, that were ready to give me their players up front. But I'm going to be opening it up to everybody on YouTube. Once we start the Dynasty, you guys are going to be able to be in the series. Your name will be right here, my boys. Literally, you could be the quarterback of the Jaguars or whatever team we end up using for the Dynasty. So now I know I mentioned earlier that you can add uniforms in. So say if I wanted to duplicate the home uniform as my first alternate, I can do that, right? And now if I go into this, click on it, we go into it, it is literally going to give me everything from my home uniform, and I can literally just go in and edit things that I want to edit and just make it a little different, or I can add up here and just create an entirely new uniform. We could call this, Firebirds Alternate 1, create, and then boom, we are literally going to start from scratch again when we click on this. So just wanted to show you guys that real quick as well. And then of course, if we go to our home and away uniforms, we can, scroll through it at the top here, preview the uniform. Everything is going to be right there for you. Now there is nothing left to do but to submit this for you guys. And here we go. Boom. It's going to show us everything, right? It's going to show us everything we have here. Obviously, it says Minnesota because we chose that as our stadium architecture. But we are in Wilmington, North Carolina. Very important when you're choosing the pipeline. I've heard some people saying that, like, depending on the team you choose, that will dictate the pipeline, like the team you choose to replace. As far as I've seen so far, it's actually the the state that you use that dictates your pipeline. But I'll have to look into that a little bit deeper, and I'll give you guys a more clear answer on that once I find out from EA. But yeah, here we are, my boys, right here. We can preview our field, preview everything that we have done here today, even, check our home uniforms. But we are just going to go straight down here to submit, and boom, that is going to upload it straight to College Football 25 for us. Aha, success is a beautiful thing, my boys. All right, so now that we got that all uploaded, we're ready to go into the download center here in College Football 25. You're going to hit either triangle or Y if you're on Xbox. And we're going to go to username. And I'm going to type in my username, which is Real Steve. Boom, done. And there is Pembroke right there. We will download that. And boom, we are ready to go. Now we go back out to play now. We're going to jump right into an exhibition game. And all we have to do is hold down R2 on the controller, go down to TeamBuilder, and here we go. Obviously, you can see the Jaguars I've already downloaded, so they're still here. But here is our Pembroke Firebirds. God forbid we should go up against Michigan. I don't care. We'll go up against Michigan State, though. We're a 72 overall, but we're ready. We're ready. We'll play. We'll even play them on Heisman. I don't even care. Edit the uniforms. And boom, there is our home uniform. It shows up like the logo is black, but it's not. It's just how it looks right here. I had to remove that Pembroke logo off the jersey, unfortunately, because it said that it violated some terms or something like that, which I don't know why. I had to, figure out what that's all about, because earlier when I was doing the pants for the Jaguars, it told me the same thing about the pants, and I didn't have anything on the pants. So, yeah, I don't know what that's all about, but sometimes I think you might be able to just, try to retry the upload, and it might work. But we are ready, boys. Let's get it. Let's jump in. So here you can see it is going to show our logo. There is not going to be any kind of walkout or anything like that, of course. But, hopefully we keep our fingers crossed and we'll get that in the future. But here is our stadium, my boys. Another thing I'm hoping to see is that it gives us the opportunity to, change up the stuff that's all around the outsides of the stadium. But I'm going to show you guys. Look at these, bro. Look at these uniforms. Hopefully it'll show our team up close, and it does. And yeah, man, we just look so good. We just had Tyler Olsen. Let's see what you could do in a Firebirds uniform, my boy. Let's see. We'll run a triple option. Why not? Why not? Any of you guys that have not seen my triple option video, if you don't know how to run them, of course, I'm going to go a lot deeper into, methods for running them and, how to beat defenses and such. But for now, I just have how to run it, and boom, we get good yards, man. 9 yards off that. And real quick, let me just go into an instant replay so I can show you guys up close what these things look like, what these jerseys look like. Bro, yeah. And like I said, I mean, I would probably go in and change the jerseys up a little bit, make them match the helmet a little bit more. But, bro, yeah, I am loving this team. And again, this is now uploaded. So if you do, if you do want to download this from the TeamBuilder, by all means, go ahead and search Real Steve. You will find it. And yeah, this is what it looks like, boys. This is what it looks like to have your team in the game, in action. So there you have it, my boys. We have literally made a team from scratch, top to bottom, all through the TeamBuilder, and a little bit, obviously, in Photoshop. If you guys, need any help with how to import this into your Dynasty or how to make a logo to import into TeamBuilder, check out the video that I'm going to link right here at the top, and I'll link it in the description as well. It's actually, my very last video that I posted right before this one, so that should help you a lot with being able to not only get the team in the Dynasty, but also how to make a logo that you can go ahead and import in a TeamBuilder, for your own, own Dynasty or Play Now or however you want to do it. Now, I also told you guys earlier that I wanted to show you how to change the name. So we'll do that real quick before we end the video. Let's go in real quick. I'm going to go into my most recent Dynasty. This will work for any Dynasty that you're in, especially if you have a custom roster. I went to start by accident. That's not what I meant to do. We're going to go to continue. That's going to bring us to the Charlotte Stars Dynasty that you guys saw from the previous video that I did, with PJ. So let's get into this real quick. And what we're going to do once we're in is we're going to go over to Team, View Roster. Now, I already have a player up here that I did this with. I did it with the best player, made him Steve Reed. Okay, I gave him my name. But I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to want to edit the players' names because, unfortunately, the TeamBuilder hasn't given us that functionality yet. We should be able to edit the names. Don't know why it doesn't let us do it. But I think if my rep is correct, the reason why is because they haven't added in anything online that can actually check the name for like language and stuff like that, which is weird to me because they have everything else to check the logos and all that. But they said in game they have the functionality to check to make sure that the name is right and it's okay, but they haven't added that to TeamBuilder yet. So that might be why we're not seeing the that editability function. So, like I said, we're going to go in here. If you're on Xbox, you're going to choose Y, but I'm on PS5. We're going to hit triangle to go to the player card. Now, if you hit R1 or RB, you're going to scroll all the way over to more, and you're going to see here where you can view the player. You can view his stats that as captain, but we can edit the player. As soon as we go in to edit the player, you are going to see, like I said, there's a lot of misinformation out there. All you have to do is literally click X on PS5 or A on Xbox, and here you go. I mean, you can literally edit the name. I can call it... I could call this dude, it doesn't even matter. Let's call him John Jacob. I don't know. I really don't even know. Like John, let's see, caps, Jacob. I literally would just popped into my mind. I'm sorry. Like literally, I was thinking of the song, I guess. But yeah, I mean, literally, you could call him anything you want. And then if I hit back, boom, you're going to see he is now going to be called John Jacob Reed. He still has my last name. But I mean, you could do this with any of these players because none of these are NIL players on these TeamBuilder rosters. They're all just, auto-generated players. So you can do it with any of them. So I just wanted to show you guys how to do that in case there was any confusion on how to do it. But thank you, boys, so much, especially if you made it to the end with me. I hope that you guys did learn something in this. Again, if you guys did, consider sticking around and subscribing and leave a like on the video, man. It definitely helps out. It very much helps out. I didn't really realize before how much, but it helps out a ton. And not only that, but you guys are my homies already. Even if you clicked on my video, man, you are the GOAT, straight up. But we'll be back very, very soon with more content with CFB and other games as well. Those of you guys that are, been a part of the channel for a while, you know that we got 2K24 coming as well, and we're waiting for 2K25. But CFB is alive and well, my boys, and I cannot put this game down. So, like I said, man, we'll be back very, very soon with a lot more content, and I'll catch you boys in the next one.